This is real life. Any topic you wanna speak on. Two divas with the knowledge, survive the struggle, resume strong. Life trials and tribulations, been through it all. Experience much, I took some fall. But got back up, now it's time to ball. In God we trust, His word stand tall. There's power in the words that you speak over your life. Carmeshia and Stefanie's here to help you get your life back right. Speak victory and rise above any obstacles cross your path. Tune in and have a blast. This is Real Life Topic Podcast.
Mr.Success.
Welcome to Real Life Topics, y'all. Where we do it when we do it. 7-ish turf in the 8-ish and 9-ish. Okay. I'll have for y'all next time around. Welcome to Real Life Topics, y'all, on this late night evening. Tonight we on an exclusive interview. Okay. Literally. But we want you guys to chime on in. We're going to give you a couple minutes just to chime on in because you don't want to miss this exclusive interview. Welcome to Real Life Topics, guys.
What's today's date? What time? What we got going on? What's today?
Today is Thursday, April 17th.
All
we
right.
have a guest this evening, Mr. Sammie Thompson, Mr.SuccessMedia.
Very first interview.
Very first.
Yes.
You are.
You are. Yes.
Real Life Topics first exclusive interview because all of our interviews, of course, is going to be exclusive, but when it's the first one, it can't get no better than that.
It can't get no better than that.
It just can't get no better than that. It just can't get no better than that. So, guys, we just want you guys to chime in. Welcome.
Make Sammy get in there.
Welcome to Real Life Topics. And here we go, guys. We're ready to interview Mr. Sammie Thompson, BKA, better known as Mr.Success Media. The urban businessman, the jack of all trades.
Yes.
Audio and commercial production, voiceover, film writer, ghost writer, DJ, coach, model, lyricist, the president of the Radio Success, the president of Blessed Success Entertainment, Mr. Sammie Thompson.
Yes. And the list goes on.
And the list goes on. Plenty more. Entrepreneur. It can't get no better than Mr.SuccessMedia. Mr. Sammie Thompson.
Aqua Gang.
Cool. Aquarius gang, of course.
Sure.
Well, guys, welcome Mr. Sammie Thompson. Mr. Sammie, I've been doing a lot of research on you, just a little bit. But could you just tell our audience a little bit about yourself? Who is Mr. Sammie Thompson, Mr.SuccessMedia?
Well, first of all, you basically said everything, jack of all trades, dipping down with a little bit of everything, and not that I'm trying to be everything, but, you know, the own production company, you have to be aware of certain things because if a person don't show up for the job, the show must go on. Somebody got to step up in there and do the job, you know? So you got to be at least familiar with all those skills and stuff. So, and I try to learn everything I need to learn, you know, and I don't just learn from older people. I don't just learn from people my age. I learn from younger people as well. You know, Sam, I told you, I stay sharp in this game. So, and I'm just here to do my duties. I actually just got in it to, you know, make good music. And as on my journey to learning and stuff, I was aware that I could make movies. I could be behind the scene, the camera, or in front of the camera, but I like to be behind it. I just like to produce a lot of stuff and let the real actors act and stuff, even though I took acting classes myself and stuff, but hey, the list goes on and on and on, and I'm still here willing to learn, connect, make business, you know, got a lot of things coming up. And
Come a little closer to me, Mr. Success. I don't think they can see you. I don't think they can see you. I don't think they can see you. But yeah, so what made you, when did you start getting interested in this whole audio and commercial production go after this business? What made you, what age were you, or when did you realize, hey, I want to get into the media field?
Well, actually, it started naturally when I was a kid. I was actually walking around the house and my diapers all with my family. My mother and father entertained a lot. And, you know, I was the only boy, so I came down there to get attention from the girls. I always drum, make songs for people, just to entertain and stuff. And then as I got older, I went to school and stuff. That was the only thing that had my attention in school and stuff. I didn't really want to do none of the other stuff. The teachers were telling me then, you got to learn this, you got to learn that if you want to be this and that. You know, so it started at a young age, but I got serious at it when right before the pandemic started, you know, because I went to school several times, but real life stuff happens, you know, that makes you backtrack your dreams and stuff like that. But since right before the pandemic, I've been like on this path and I'm not looking back this time because I'm getting older, I ain't getting any younger, and my talent and my story will be told on the big screen and through the music and everything. We got to make a change in our community. So I'm one of those persons that's going to step up and do it through my music and through film. So
what is who can you say was your biggest influence as far as your career is concerned? Like, who are the people that you can say you looked up to coming up?
Yeah, coming up, it was like a lot of the old school artists like the Isley Brothers, Smokey Robinson, stuff like that. I'm from a family of good music, listening to R&B, and then a lot of gospel singers and stuff too. You know, a lot of people start their journeys in church, but it was actually one person that I really could say, I think it was on Sunday's Best. It was a lady who sung in our church. So, you know, that was the only reason I wanted to go to church as a little boy. Look at this older lady. She's pretty to me.
Okay.
Heard and, you know.
You've been Cougars out since day one, huh?
Yeah, I was 6 years old. I walked up and joined the church just so I could try to get joined the choir to be next.
Okay, all right. Cougars since day one. All right, that was his interest since day one with the Cougar side. All right.
Yeah, so then there, I know that I want to be an entertainer then because I'm like, ooh, if I could be around women like her all the time, you know, I'm just being real.
Just being real, like real life.
This is real life.
I started as a young boy. That's like, she actually motivated me. I don't know if she knows this right now to this day, but that was one person that made me really want to take interest in music and all that. I took it up in high school and stuff like that. But like I say, it's real life and stuff happens to get you backtracked.
All right, now well, shout out to the lady that got Sammie started. We don't know who she is, but whoever she is out there, we thank you.
You might be watching this show. And Mr. Sammie Thompson wants to thank you. What school was that?
That was church. Calvary Missionary Baptist Church, 83rd and Jeffrey.
83rd and Jeffrey. If you're out there, thank you for the motivation for Sammie. So 83rd and Jeffrey, you just mentioned that. Where are you from?
I'm from up East Jeffrey, man.
Okay, what state? Where are you from?
Chicago, Illinois, East Side, Jeffrey Manor, stand up. Everybody knows.
All right now. Okay.
East Side. Rep your city. All right,
we basically got the breakdown about your life motivations and what motivated you to do all these things. I mean, and what are you anything missing? Do you still have anything else that you want to add onto your resume?
Oh yeah, you know, I want to, my 5-year goals, I'm definitely, and people thinking nothing is impossible when you plan, proper preparation to do things. My 5-year goals, I want to be nominated for an Oscar. So that's what's missing.
And you are going to be nominated for an Oscar. Right. We're speaking it into existence. That's all we have to do in our life is speak things into existence, just like you did in the door when that lady at this church motivated you and you spoke that into existence. And look at the urban businessman. This is the real urban businessman, the jack of all trades. Okay.
Now I have one other question. What is, in your journey, what is one piece of wisdom that you can leave us with as far as your journey is concerned, some encouragement, something that you can say you have learned along the way?
dedication and discipline, and being on time, it helps. I mean, we all, like you say, in real life, we run late, this, that, and other, but sometimes you got to show people that you're interested in some things, you show up on time, proper preparation. I'm going to keep saying this.
So that's it.
All
right, that's right.
And I actually learned that, and it was still instilled in me when I was an athlete. I was a great football player, born high school, but that was something you did. You got out there early on the practice field, and you did the reps, put in there, because you want to always stay one step ahead of your opposition. So, and that's what I tell everybody. And anything you try to get into, prepare for it the night before. Make daily plans, make weekly plans, make monthly, make yearly, plans. But get up every day and plan out your day, how you can do this better, what can you get done, and the damn stuff like that. And I mean, your dreams will come true. Got to put forth an effort behind it.
I know that's right, yes.
Yeah, so do you have a website? How can people get in contact with you? Because of course you are audio and a commercial you have a commercial production, and you do all these things. You're a lyricist, you ghostwrite, you're a model, you're a coach, you're an actor. How can people get in contact with you if they need any of these services?
Well, that's MrSuccessEntertainment.net. That's my website. It got like all the information on there you need. You can, my email address on there, I'll put it out there too, is Mr.SuccessMedia@yahoo.com, and my business number is 773-243-9787, and all that is on the website. You can look it up. Need films and stuff done, or any record videography and stuff like that. It shows you how to lead in contact with me to get in touch with you there. And any audio beats you need as United Master, Mr.SuccessMedia on United Master, but you can also get to that page too, through Best with Success Entertainment. So,
right, Ben, that's another thing too, because I actually experienced that with you too. You do beats, audio beats. And you have a lot of great audio beats, great audio beats.
All genres of music. Too.
For all genres, from country to whatever you need. Gospel, whatever you need. Mr.SuccessMedia got it. You could just hit him up.
But just in case you all didn't know, he is the man behind all of our magic. Every video, all of our commercials, all of the things that we have put together, Mr. Success is the man behind it.
Yes, and it's just the beginning. It's way more to come with that. That's just the beginning, but and that's just a little snippet for you guys to see. But Mr. Success does so, because you done work for a lot of people as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I did a lot of work with Rainbow Push. Shout out to Darius Loans. Hopefully you watching, or he'll see the end of it. That's another person who has in my later years who motivated and pushed me. I guess he saw my determination to get out there. He plugged me and connected me with a lot of people, And I'm also audio tech lead at Encore. So he actually connected me with that great company. Like I said, I did work with Rainbow Push, with the A2 there. Actually still is on Saturday for them, but right now they're just doing everything digital. So who else? The D-League Bulls team. I was a video guy for that, 12-20 for that. I got that under my belt. It's numerous things. I worked for several churches doing, graphic design for and different things like that for their church services. And
so you do graphic designs as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm the man, the urban businessman, the jack of all trades. That's his title now, the jack of all trades, the urban businessman. You can't beat this with a bat. You should be hitting him up. It's so many talented people on Real Life Topics. There's so many talented people on Real Life Topics posts. Miss Carmeshia, the Sunflower Soul, and it's definitely plenty of talent on Mr. Sammie Thompson's page for all you guys that's watching. If you really want that #1 top-notch media work done, you better hit up Mr. Sammie Thompson.
And Best with Success Entertainment is also hiring. We're partnering with people, because you can't do everything yourself. Everybody got to come together, and us as a people, you know what I'm saying? And not just Like I'm back of my own color. I'm willing to do business with any race of people, because we all each one teach. We all grow together. You know what I'm saying? And connect. Like I made a connection with you guys.
Right, it takes a team. We all are better together. A team.
Steady building.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to bring up now. I know we've been talking about being blessed with success all the time. I want to talk about a team that I'm trying to build right here with the divas and gentlemen.
Yes. Billionaires Club is coming, guys.
Future Billionaire. Yes. The Future Billionaire Club is definitely in the building. Yeah. Definitely Future. And if anybody want to be a part of the team, please hit us up because we're better together. And like we say when we're dealing with our children, it takes a village. Exactly. We're better together.
We're better together. That's our theme for 2025 and hopefully all of the years to come. Better together. We're here to collaborate and make not only ourselves but the world a better place. We're here to learn and grow through each other.
Yeah.
That is the purpose of our channel. So that we bring wisdom to, we bring light to, we help each other. We are here to be better together.
Very better together.
We gotta start watching what we do and saying for our children. We gotta paint a better picture for them because, as I'm watching the NBA playoffs and stuff this year, so I'm seeing less and less black talent in the league each year because everybody dream now to grow up to be a gangster rapper, a gangster this or this, live that life, and really don't even have the tools and the knowledge to even be real gangsters, because you telling on yourself through your music and stuff like that. I mean, the police and the FBI got the easiest job in the world because you actually advertising yourself or living a certain way. You telling on yourself like that, and then you wonder why society look at you a certain type of way and stuff. And I mean that we all as young people go through these things and stuff like that. But I'm trying to wake up a lot of the younger brothers so they won't make the same, and sisters, definitely the sisters nowadays, so they won't make like the same mistake as some of us did. So I'm telling all you this, stop advertising to be this, real street people, they go to school, they learn. They learn how to wash and clean their money the right way, you know what I'm saying? To be judged in society for you won't just be a thug. I see the young people, and this is something I never even did when I was young. They stick their finger up to themselves in the mirror, thinking it's cool and stuff. And all that stuff is what we get ready to talk about next. Natural laws and stuff like that. Sometimes you curses yourself by things you say out of your mouth and things like that. I know it was a song I used to like. I want to be a thug, I want to be this, that, and that. But that's why I came with the name Mr.Success and stuff like that because I was tired of being Sambo G or Bo G or Bogus Bo and stuff like that. I had like all negative names. So I was calling myself. So, and when I got on this journey to path and I'm not looking back, none of those obstacles are jumping in my way no more. They're trying, but I'm shaking them off like, hey, that's wiping my shoulder off with them, you know what I'm saying? And that's because I'm bringing that positive energy in my life now by calling myself success. I'm opening the doors for different other things. And that's like basically the power of natural law. Like
yes, it is. Speaking it into existence. Right, exactly.
But listen, we have to broaden the horizon and the perspective for the kids to be able to be something else outside of a rapper. I talk to my kids all the time and I give them things also to broaden their horizon. You have to it's exposure. If all your kids is exposed to is rap and things of negativity, they're going to become a product of their environment. So when I talk to my son, I talk to him about things like being maybe an architect or archaeologist, things to where he can travel the world and see something outside of the hypothetical four walls of the hood. You know what I mean? Or the community that we grew up in. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to open up their eyes. You know what I mean? Like you say, natural law and universal law will grab hold of you if you do not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, like when I was coming up, we had like an option. So it was shows on like sitcoms and stuff like that, different world, stuff like that, movies like Do the Right Thing and stuff. Then nowadays it's like our generation ain't got nothing but all the movies they got out now. So I mean, the story of ghosts and this and that, and
you ever seen Snow
stuff.
You ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh wow!
What is that about?
It's about it's the basis of the movie is let's just say it's in the project. It's in a hood where there are various criminal activities going on.
I mean, that's probably
yeah. Listen, it's a trip. It's a trip.
Oh, okay.
That's what the kids have to look at.
Right. Yes, guys, we just finished up on Mr. Sammie Thompson.
Yep. Make sure you follow me on all social.
Yeah, Mr.SuccessMedia.
TikTok, IG. I'm really just on TikTok and YouTube.
And if you're just now tuning in, just to give you a little update, we here with one of the best media men in the city of Chicago. One of the best media men. And if you need any commercials, production, visuals, graphic designs, or whatever you might need, please hit up Mr.SuccessMedia.
It don't matter what you need. Just call him. If he can't do it for you, he gonna direct you to somebody who can. Okay, that's a success.
And 80% he does it all, so it doesn't even matter.
I have knowledge of it all.
Yes.
Get it done.
But Mr. Success is also going to join Real Life Topics today on their topic. And our topic for today is natural laws.
Okay.
We want to do a little based on this natural laws, the 7 natural laws. We want to, kind of just enlighten ourselves, because remember, guys, real life topics, when we get on here, we're not getting on here to teach everybody anything. We are not teachers. We are learning, just like you guys are learning. And real life topics discuss these dynamics of life. So this is all about just discussing dynamics of life and coming up with ways of how our life can become better as well. Open up our minds to things.
We're learning and growing. We're teaching because we have things to offer just as well as you all have things to offer us. It's an experience. This is what you should do in life with everyone you come across. You should be able to learn and grow through each other and every experience that you go through in this life. We don't know it all. The one thing that I do know is I'm gonna be a student forever until the day that I die. I want to always be open-minded enough to always be able to learn. Okay? So ain't no big ass, no little U's. We all play our part. We all contribute in the way that we can. Whatever God-given gift you have, use it to the best of your ability to help somebody else if you can. And, we're going to go from there. That's where these universal laws and these natural laws and these man-governed laws come into play. We're going to talk about a little bit of that today.
Yes, natural laws. So I'm going to go with the first law. I'm going to act like a teacher. Now, I am going to act like a teacher today. Guys, it's 7 laws, natural laws. And the first natural law is the law of mentalism. Does anyone out there know what the law of mentalism means?
Oh, look, this DeAndre department. I don't know if he's still up here. Hey, Mr. Moore. This your part of the show.
Anyone in the audience, raise your hand if you know what the law of mentalism means. Mentalism. Okay, it's ultimately a manifestation of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number 1 law.
The mind is all.
Natural law, anyway.
The mind is all.
Okay. Number 2, the law of correspondence. Can anyone tell me what the law of correspondence means?
So if they do answer, you gonna answer back?
They're not gonna answer. How do you know? You guys are not gonna answer. Number 3, the law of vibration. Now everybody know about that vibration. Everybody know about that vibration.
Do you know about how the law pertains to you as a person? Because we can talk about these laws, but we need to know how they pertain to us.
Well, exactly. The law of vibration, the law of polarity, the law of rhythm, the law of cause and effect, that relates to us a lot. And the law of gender definitely relates to us a lot. So those are the natural 7 laws, children. Let me act like I'm y'all teacher. Okay. That was
we're gonna go wrong. Now they're gonna be like, you don't know.
Right. And I don't know because I'm learning just like you guys. I'm on this live to learn the 7 natural laws just like you guys. A lot of people don't know about the 7 natural laws. A lot of people don't even live by the natural law.
No, you don't have no choice but to live by the natural law.
Well, some do.
No, but sometimes you.
Now, just because you don't know, don't mean it won't affect you. That's what people need to understand about natural laws, universal laws, and things of that nature. These are laws that govern everyone.
Right.
If you are here in this natural world, the natural law governs you whether you like it or not. That's why it is best that you know, you learn. That's what they, there is a saying or a scripture or part of the Bible that says our people are destroyed because of their lack of knowledge.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, because a lot of people don't know about the natural 7 laws. So I'm going to give you one little definition of it. These laws are presented as a framework for understanding the universe and applying these principles to achieve personal growth. A lot of people ain't into the universe, but this is something of existence, guys. Hello.
You cannot not be into something that is a part of you.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Natural laws are a part of you guys. Hello. Hello. And it's the universe.
They govern you. They govern your person.
But that's what I was speaking on earlier, and I think one of the natural laws is cause and effect, and that's what I was speaking on earlier. Sometimes you could cause problems in your life, like, a lot of people suffer from anxiety and bipolarism and just different mental issues and stuff like that is because they cause it themselves because of the attention and stuff they draw to their life, stuff they say out their mouth, actions they make, things they call themselves, stuff like that. So, that's all natural laws. Stuff you
karma. That's basically karma. That's basically karma. That's basically karma. Cause and effect is what they say. For every action, there is a reaction. Correct?
Exactly.
Equal and opposite. Okay. So if you do something so somebody knows that it will come back to you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. A lot of times you get it back 10 times fold. That's what they're reaping and that sowing is. That's the cause and effect. There's so many different ways to say it, but it's all the same thing. Okay. If you do something to somebody, it's gonna come back on you. That's why, you know how say you steal from somebody and you don't think nobody saw that, but even though nobody saw that, it's still gonna affect your vibration. It's gonna come back to you whether you like it or not. That's why it's best for you to do the right thing. Okay?
7 natural laws is actually another word for 7 principles. Set of fundamental principles that govern our lives, the universe, over all aspects of existence. So actually the 7 natural laws are kind of like having principles, morals,
to a certain extent. Yeah. I mean, because you do better. You do better to govern yourself with those laws. I mean, because there are a lot of laws. You have natural law, universal law, then you have man's law, right?
That's what I was gonna say. See, sometimes the man law
don't add up with the natural law.
Right, with the natural law,
it don't add up.
And some of us been trained from birth to mess up our natural law.
That's
man law.
Well, the definition of man's law is human-made laws and rules in contract with God's laws or principles. God's law and commandments is man law. That's what they go off of on man laws. They also have, I was doing a lot of research too on this law stuff. So they actually have 7 spiritual laws of success as well. I didn't even know it was natural laws and spiritual laws, man laws. There's a lot of laws.
But that goes along with the mental, the physical, and the spiritual. All these things are governed by some kind of force, a natural force. And that's why it do you best to know them, understand them. Because to be honest with you, like they say with the prayer of serenity, understanding what you can and can't change and the difference in between the two, there are ways that you can conduct yourself that is congruent with the natural law that'll help you live a better life. Especially the law of like vibration, raising your vibration. That's why they say gratitude is the highest form of praise. That's why when you go to a church, people praise God in adoration. That is a form of a vibration. That's a praise to the especially communicating with the universe to let it know that you are grateful, you are thankful. That's why if you walk around with a spirit of ungratefulness, a lot of bad stuff start happening to you, and you don't even understand why. Because you're being ungrateful. You're not thankful for the things that the universe has blessed you with. I remember my personal experience with natural law was me having the belief that all the good things that would happen to me was because of me and not because of the universal law. And so the universe showed me that if you don't get on board with I'm going to say the spiritual laws or the universal laws, my life wasn't going to go well. So I did what I was supposed to do in order to get in alignment with the universe, and now life is great. When I was not in alignment, life wasn't what it needed to be. So you need to take the time to balance out. We're going to say your chakras. You know, if they say that you got that middle system to where your body is governed as far as your mental, your physical, and your spiritual to come into alignment. You need to take the time and cleanse yourself.
That's the rhythm that Stefanie was talking about earlier, though, the rhythm and stuff like that. You gotta set the pace for yourself.
Well, it is what it is. It's real life topics, honey. It is what it is. We had what is it called? A minor interruption. But we're back.
But yeah, but what you were saying, that vibration that you bring off, it's like the rhythm of what you put out.
It is.
To the earth, you know what I'm saying? It's going to treat you how you treat it.
It's going to treat you how you treat it.
So,
you have to it's like communication. It's like a communication.
Rhythm is one of the
laws. It is. It is. I think that's a universal law. Let me see.
Yeah, that's a universal law. That's one of the 7 universal laws.
Vibration
and rhythm.
Yeah, law of rhythm.
Yep.
Nothing is permanent.
Right.
That's the law of polarity. Oh, let's talk about the gender law. Okay. And how feminine and masculine. A lot of people have the notion that if somebody says that as a male or a female that you are masculine and feminine, that means that you are manly or you are more like a woman, versus understanding that there is a balance that you have to have in your feminine and your masculine, just like anything else in life. Like just like if you have a scale, right? You need to have a weight balance. You have to have balance on each side in order for it to work. The scale it needs to be in balance in order for homeostasis. Your body. There's your system in your body, right? Is in a state of homeostasis. If one of the systems is not well, the body is out of homeostasis, out of balance, and you are more than likely to be sick.
Say everything in the universe have both.
Yeah, equal and opposite. It's the law of polarity. Like hot and cold is the same. It's the degrees, but it is varying ends of that degree. You know what I mean? So just like with the masculine and the feminine, a lot of people take that and run with it as far as, oh, you masculine, you feminine. No, it could be a good thing for you to be able to operate from your feminine and your masculine, to be able to operate from both of those things. Because you got to have feelings, your emotions may be more feminine, and the way you go about things and your action and doing may be more masculine,
Yeah, that is true. So what do you guys think about the law of attraction? I do believe in that law as well. Now, this is separate from the natural laws. This is just another law because it's way more natural laws and laws that we have. But the law of attraction, I do actually go back. It's a movie called The Law of Attraction that I watched. Has anyone ever seen that movie?
Well, I haven't seen the movie, but I have read about the law of attraction.
Yeah. So the law of attraction is no, it's just a philosophy of positive thoughts being positive thoughts. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Like manifesting,
like speaking into existence, things like that. So that was just interesting to me.
It's with people too, though, as well. The law of attraction, like how they say you attract what you are.
You attract what you are. Yeah.
That's what I was kind of speaking on earlier. You know what I'm saying? I almost became a career thug because that was I was attracting in my life. I wake up, I live a thug life, baby, I'm hopeless. I was speaking all that in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting that energy out into the universe.
That's what you was getting back.
Exactly. I was getting treated like a thug. Getting out of jail, stuff like that. A lot of family members know about it and stuff, though. And deep down inside, they knew I was a good person and stuff like that. But it was just the energy I was attracting into my life at the time. And as you get older, that's why I try to talk to these younger people. I'm saying you got to be careful what you wish for. I know it's cool, it's hard because I was hard-headed myself. I did not listen to the older people a lot, but I did pay attention to them. You know, that's why I'm still here today. You know, but you attract all that stuff into your life.
It's like someone is commenting. Sorry, guys, we right. A lot of people probably are commenting. Sorry, guys, I'm not even paying attention. My bad. I actually could see it on here.
I can't read.
No, I was finna say I actually could have seen it on here without the battery about to go dead.
What?
No, just wish what
yeah, but I was gonna say that's on man.
Right.
Yeah, both of us was getting a lot of them too.
Yeah.
You could probably read yours a little quicker.
Okay.
Yeah, but that has to go with the law of mentalism as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we fail to realize is the things that we don't know is what they use against us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they put
exactly. See,
they use the universal and natural laws against us. That's people are destroyed for their lack of knowledge.
Exactly.
Because if you understood certain things, you will be able to combat. You will have a better understanding in the way to conduct yourself. So if with let's say social media, the music, these things are programming not only us but our kids. Mm-hmm. It sways us in the way that we go about things. You know what I mean? Fashion trends, music. They use the law of rhythm. They use the mentalism law. So I don't know if anybody is familiar with the Kabbalion. But it's basically a book that a lot of metaphysical people may read or use. You know what I mean? But one of the things to speak about is the all being mind. The universe is mental. You know, so everything is thought of, and the way that we process, like basically, your brain is the most powerful thing in your body. You know what I mean? Just think about it. If what they say, if you can't take the head, the body's gonna follow. Mm-hmm. So that's with anything. So that is easy for them to manipulate and program us mentally. If they put the negativity in front of us, that's why the children are the way that they are. As far as the things that we eat, like even when trends and fads, we don't even the things that we believe is what we've been taught. Mm-hmm. You know, so you have
part of the program because we've been programmed into a lot of things in life. You know,
of course. I mean, that's from birth. Even your mother and father. You know, everything.
Yeah, it starts it all.
It's
not knowing you programming.
Yeah, most of they say the most age of your program is from 1 to 5. That's who you become, who you are. You become which you are from 1 to 5. Like that's the statistic.
Yeah, but the brain is not even fully developed until you're 26.
Exactly.
Right, but you become your character.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, between the age of 1 and 5. Yeah. Between 1 and 5.
Your personality.
Yeah, exactly. Your character and things like that.
You know, I get that to a certain extent.
They did research and they say this 99.9, 1 to 5 is.
No, I think they can suppress it, but if you're left to that, you become a great being. You know what I mean? Like we're suppressed in our thought process, and like let's just say a child was free. They're not, we put in the box from an early age. We're taught to be like kindergarten, like in America, certain things go here. And if you go into another country, they're not like us because they're taught, they're more free and they're thinking and you know what I mean? I think you can learn more if you're not put in a box, if that makes sense. I don't know if
you put in a box without the rest of the crafts.
Because I hear people all the time that get up there winning those awards and stuff and say, they wouldn't change, add, or take nothing away. That's not me. It's a lot of stuff that I would change from the fans because...
Of course, because I wouldn't change nothing but the children. I wouldn't, take my children back, but if only I could turn back the hands of time, like the song say.
My whole thought process would be different. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it would be.
But I love who,
I love who I am too, but I could have, if I would have known now what I didn't know then.
Exactly. But it wasn't meant.
It would have been baby.
It wasn't meant though.
It wasn't meant. No.
And I love the person that the universe has molded me to be.
That's right, and that is true.
I can accept that.
Yeah.
No,
if I had the opportunity to change the thing, I'm just saying, I know
I think a lot of people would.
I ain't gonna play the
Of
game.
course, most people would.
I'm not
Most
even
people
gonna
would.
put that
What do you
fear
think,
out
guys?
in the
Would
universe.
you change with some things that you did in the past? Of course you would. All of us would. But it is what it is. It was God's will.
And it
So
is.
God's will is God's will. So this is the play. He already wrote down. This was already written on how our life is.
But I'm saying,
It's already written that we're going to be future billionaires. This is just written. It's already there. You know, so
and that's something I would get up there and say, it is what it is,
Yeah,
what it
it's
became
so.
to be.
It is so.
yes,
It is so.
what it became to be.
I like my little, don't get me wrong. It has some ups and downs to it, but I had a ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm still having a ball.
Still
Like,
having a ball
thank
and
you,
becoming
life.
a great person. Right?
Because let me tell you, the thing that I always, the gratitude in me always tells me it could be so much worse. Okay?
I like it.
Listen though, y'all, man, I'm so grateful and thankful sometimes I just cry. Y'all don't even know I be like,
And that's a great positive attitude to have. That's a great positive, because it really don't make no sense to dwell over it and say if I coulda, shoulda, woulda. Because if I coulda, shoulda, woulda ain't even here no more. So just be grateful and thankful for how your life ended up and how it went, how it played out, and you still here today to tell your story. That's all that matters.
You look at people out there in the streets and I couldn't do it with you. I wouldn't survive going through the things that you went through. I've been through some things, but I ain't been with you. And that's just like the people who come out of the world. They ain't got no arms. They born with no legs. They out here doing better than people with every limb in their body. And that person's got every limb in their body. They're complaining, but this person who don't have nothing made it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Little tink.
What?
Okay.
Like my grandma used to say, you can't cry with spilled milk.
You cannot cry with no spilled milk.
What it is.
I don't. Thank God. Thank you, God.
Back to the laws. We had some movies.
I had a plenty of more, guys. So if anybody is just now tuning in, of course, we did just have an exclusive interview with Mr.SuccessMedia. Once again, if anyone needs any type of media work done, from commercial, graphic designs, for production, a video, whatever, please hit Mr.SuccessMedia. He got you.
BlessedWithSuccessEntertainment.net.
BlessedWithSuccessEntertainment.net. Check them out. Nevertheless, we were talking about natural laws, the natural 7 laws, and we got a couple of more laws that we want to dwell on. But we thought we would just practice what we preaching and talk and figure out this difference between the natural laws versus man law and things like that. One law that I'm a little interested in, which everyone knows about this law, and it's the law of karma. The law of karma. The law of karma is the least effort. It encourages accepting situations as they are and releasing the need to control everything. That's what the definition of law of karma is. But I guess. Anyway, the law of intention and desire. Now, when I heard the word desire, I was thinking about like fire and desire, like Rick James.
Oh, Lord.
Fire and desire.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. That's what I thought. But then I had to, it actually meant list of desires and trusting the process.
Yes.
And I took desire to somewhere else, but it's desire means trusting the process. I'm just saying.
Okay, so do you trust the process? Do y'all trust the process? Do you trust the process?
Yeah, as long as you prepare yourself for it, that's what I think. I trust the process. You can't just sit back and just, okay, I'm trusting it, just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, faith without works is dead.
Right.
Faith without works. Faith without, which is right. The law of detachment, having faith that our desires will be fulfilled.
Like, I ask people all the time when I see them playing like the Mega Millions, the Powerball and stuff like that. I ask people sometimes, like, what would you do with all that money? They really have no answer because you haven't even planned if you do win that money for them. Like, that's like
ask me. Ask me.
I
got
a whole
You ask me, I'm telling you.
Be the same place the next day. You wouldn't even know I wanted it.
Baby, I don't want nobody to see me for about a good year, baby. I'll be planning out every move that I need to make. And I'm also...
That's down to that, what she was saying, though. You gotta make stuff happen, though. You can't just sit there and wait on it and just go,
But sometimes you have no other choice but to.
You gotta prepare yourself for it.
You can't prepare yourself for everything.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the Aquarius. That's the Aquarius, and you want to have control over stuff. Then listen.
I want to control me. I want to be prepared.
You cannot prepare yourself. Life throws things that you cannot be prepared for. That's just like death.
But
like somebody in your family. You're not prepared for. There is no way, Sam, you can be prepared for everything. It is not. It's not possible.
That's a point. That's kind of like being perfect or something. That ain't happening.
I want to put my best output of anything that I come across.
Yeah, but that's what I said. What I always say, the prayer of serenity, understanding what you can and can't change, and understanding the difference in between the two. So there are some things that you can't change,
and that's breaking down what we're talking about: the natural laws against man laws, stuff like that. I see people on social media crying all the time about who in office and what they doing and stuff like that. You have no control of that. If you did, you would stay in school and you would have ran for president of Congress or stuff like that. Don't talk about it. Just now, that's when you just got to sit back and just, let it be written. Let natural laws take its course,
Don't be worried. I don't know. Maybe I'm just don't get me wrong, because you like you said, you do have to prepare as much as you can, But I'm just a firm believer in, just like going upstream, like the stream is gonna always, flow. So you gotta go with the flow sometimes. It could be that moment to where how you rushing out the house and you late and you upset you late, but you being late caused your life to be saved, because had you left out on time, you'd have caught that accident that happened at the corner.
I've been experienced like that.
Yeah, so it's like when you understand that, like the part of the universal law. When you understand those things, you don't go against them. You just kind of flow with them. You go with them.
Like when I was younger, I'm running late or something like that. I drive records to go around, and nowadays, if I'm late, hey, I'm just late. So I try to get there an hour early anyway. But if I'm running late, we going 100 miles per hour, we ain't gonna make me, okay, I'm 15 minutes late now instead of 30 minutes late. I mean, late is late.
Yeah, but the universe will be telling you, go to Walgreens. You're like, no, I'm late. But the universe still telling you, go to Walgreens. Then you go to Walgreens, and then you meet the billionaire, or you get the ticket for the lottery, and it wind up being, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I stay positive too. I'm also a positive thinker,
You gotta be that way nowadays.
I'm optimistic, very, like, I'm not a pessimistic person. I always think of the
negative things gonna happen.
Oh my,
negative aspects of things. It's a lot of people got that bad.
I try to stay away from a lot of negativity, because I sometimes think before I respond nowadays, especially as I got wiser, you know what I'm saying? You can't respond to everything. You sit back, then respond to it, because you don't want to put that negative output back out to a person sometimes. Oh, well.
Yeah, I
think it's a time to touch everything. Y'all know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Y'all know how
well, it's called like kill with kindness. You're supposed to kill with kindness, and and it's been hard because I've been doing it for a long time, killing with kindness, but I do feel bad when I match the energy. When someone treats me and I treat back, I'm like, man, you should have been able to check that person without even doing all that.
I don't match the energy. I go above the fuckery. Like when they when they think and I bet you won't do that no more. There's some people you have to, it's like, just like how the universe uses everyone to teach somebody a lesson. I've been in a situation to where I saw a chain of people. The universe used each person in that situation to teach the other one a lesson. So sometimes the universe causes for you to be the one. They came for you. They came for you. They came for you, and you gotta come back harder.
Right, but you sometimes come out of it in professionalism.
Yeah, see, that's why
I check people every day. If you feel I work in, I work
baby, I snap out.
I make people get their feelings a lot, but especially when they come to me sideways, but I check them in a professional way, or whatever way I won't get in trouble.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta think before you respond.
You do sometimes.
Think of the situation.
I didn't say all the time. Sammie, sometimes you do. I agree. Some situations you don't. It's not even cause for you to even respond to it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
most of them ain't. Most of them you really shouldn't even be commenting and responding to. Most of them are, but baby,
No, ma'am, that's not true.
But I've had done it. I just done it a couple of days ago, and I matched the energy and treated right on back, and like you say, went over and beyond. But sometimes, it's like the damn nearly like the young man Carmelo that out on bail. It's like people bully you and press your button so much, and then you just explode.
Sometimes you are used for karmic purposes. God uses you for karmic purposes too. Don't get that twisted.
Yeah. That's the way I think now. Right, I'm thinking that way now because I know trouble is easy to get into.
It's hard to get out of.
So,
but I ain't never, in all my steps and things I done did in life, I must have been okay because God ain't never put me nowhere I didn't need to be.
So I know, and I feel just happening out there. You did what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you take care of yourself, but hey, it's a life lesson for him though right now. Coming out on top of everything. Not just because he's black.
Self-defense with self-defense. It appears these guys was known bullies. And that's what it is.
So I hope the natural law help them out instead of the man law, because the man law.
Exactly. Now there goes an example for you guys too, man law versus natural law, because like you said, Sammie, that natural law needs to come through for him this time around.
Well, the universal law governed that situation. The universal law governed that situation, and that's why the other one probably not even here right now. But then, man law gonna come in and try to trump universal law. But the one thing that I do know is God always got the last say so. Exactly. So y'all can say what you want to, but his ancestors got him. It's gonna work out for him in his favor. Watch what I tell you.
Sure is. And rest in peace to whatever your name was, young man. Unfortunately, this unfortunate situation, and to your family as well. Condolences to the family, because it is an unfortunate situation overall, other than the man law part. This is a very unfortunate situation. So shout out to the family as well, and rest in peace to the young man, one of the I'm going to just call him one of the twins. Yeah, but nevertheless, we on here talking about natural laws, and I do want to shout out someone. Where Real Life Topics had a interview yesterday with the NOLA podcast. Yeah, keep your body clean. What did he say he had? I can't wait till next Thursday. Next week we will be interviewing Mr. Peanut from the NOLA podcast. And we're going to make sure that we interview him. And we also going to have a topic as well, because that's how we're going to do it. Real Life Topics is interviewing now. We're interviewing mixed with discussing the topic with our special guest that we have. Fortunately, today we had one of the number one media mans that we interviewed today. And this is our first interview. So just shout out to everybody, and check Real Life Topics out next Thursday, interviewing Mr. Peanut from the NOLA podcast. To NOLA page podcast. You gotta keep your body clean. I'm sorry, y'all.
We made history twice this week, y'all.
Yes, we did. We made history twice this week. Definitely history with, and was blessed by the best. Mr.Success.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
This was good.
Yeah, we gonna get it. Yes, thank you.
Y'all did y'all first interview.
Yeah. Ain't this something? Look at God. Look at Real Life.
First guest on Real Life Talk.
That's right. That's right.
We
That's
had
the first interviewing guest. First interviewing guest. Of course.
No other way. The man behind the magic.
That's right.
The man behind and the Future Billionaire Club.
Sure.
So we got so much in store for you guys. We got showcases that we get ready to schedule.
Merch. We got merch coming.
We got the gala, because we're going to have a billionaire women's and men's billionaire club gala. Divas and gentlemen. Divas and gentlemen gala.
Billionaire.
Future billionaires.
Nah, billion.
And don't wait till the ship starts floating to jump aboard. Jump aboard now.
That's right.
I'm part of the board executive staff right now.
Yes,
Wait till the
Welcome
ship
to
is
Real Life Topics.
billionaires.
Everybody that's tuning in. I can't read your name today, but I think I can see. But I think I can see Malachi up in there. I definitely could see Mr. And Mr. Minna. Shout out to you guys that's tuning in to Real Life Topics.
Shout out. On to the live. Thank y'all.
Thank you guys for joining us.
I gotta get in. This person has been.
That's a pastor. That's it, pastor something. Pastor Eric Tom said, please, my name is Eric. I am a youth pastor, but I have been going through, and my friend live with my grandmother. She is 18 years old, and my sister who has HIV.
118.
Oh, 118. Oh, okay, HIV. HIV, my parents died a long time ago.
Why won't let me?
My parents died a long time ago. But I can find jobs so I can get food for her. I don't know that. I don't know what that is. It's a pastor, but I didn't completely read it, so I'm not going to predict what I think that paragraph was about. But shout out to you, whatever your name is. What's his name? Pastor Eric Tom.
That's what y'all got.
Please, my name is.
We got to get this right. Right. Well, it's okay. This is Real Life, guys. A Real Life Topic podcast. We're definitely on our way to the top. We just wanted to be real for a minute before we went all the way forward. Went all the way to our...
I can't even get... I don't know.
It's a life story, but we're praying for you, sir.
We're praying for you, sir.
Yeah, we're praying for you, Pastor Eric Tom. We're praying for you. Whoever he is, we are praying for you. Thank y'all for tuning in to Real Life Topics podcast, where we discuss the dynamics of life. And our first interview with Mr.SuccessMedia went great. We talked about a little natural laws for a minute, guys, versus man law. We didn't go too far, too big on it, but we touched a little bases on it. But our main segment was all about Mr.SuccessMedia, Mr. Sammie Thompson. And what is your website again?
Owner of Blessed with Success Entertainment.net. That's my website. You can find me on United Master, Mr.SuccessMedia, YouTube, Mr.SuccessMedia, IG, TikTok, Mr.SuccessMedia. Only difference is on Facebook. It's Sammie Thompson, Mr.SuccessMedia on Sammie Mr.SuccessMedia Thompson on Facebook. But everything else, Mr.SuccessMedia, website, BlessedWithSuccessEntertainment.net.
Well, thank you so much, Sammie. Yes, thank you so much, Sammie, for blessing us with your presence on Real Life Topics' first interview. This is history.
The first of many.
And we just want to thank you for joining us. We also want to thank everybody that's tuning in live. Make sure you follow, like, share. Tune in Thursday nights at 7-ish, 8-ish, or maybe even 9. We go. Better late than never. Better late than never. Okay? Better late than never, baby. Thank you for tuning in to Real Life Topics. All right now, y'all. Okay.
Hey guys, it's your girl Stefanie and your co-host Carmeshia. Tune out the world and tap into Real Life Topics podcast, where we converse about everything concerning the dynamics of life. Check us out every Thursday live on Facebook at 7 p.m. Central Time.
Life. Any topic you want to speak on. Two divas with the knowledge, survive the struggle, resume strong. Life trials and tribulations, been through it all. Experience much, I took some fall. But got back up, now it's time to ball. In God we trust, His word stand tall. There's power in the words that you speak over your life. Carmeshia and Stefanie's here to help you get your life back right. Speak victory and rise above any obstacles cross your path. Tune in and have a blast. This is Real Life Topic Podcast.
DJ Mr. Success.